You finally start saving a bit, maybe $200 a month, maybe $500. You feel good, right? Like you're finally being responsible with your money. But then one day, you're at the grocery store, and that same carton of eggs or bag of coffee is suddenly way more expensive than last year. You're standing there like, hold on, wasn't this cheaper just a few months ago? That's inflation, quietly eating away at your money's value, even while you're doing all the right things. And compounding, that's your secret weapon. It's not just some fancy finance word. It's the one force that can turn a few $100 a month into serious wealth over time, if you understand how to use it. Most people don't get this part. It's not just about saving. It's about growing your money faster than inflation can destroy it. Otherwise, even after years of being disciplined, you might still feel broke. So, in this video, I want to walk you through this silent war between compounding and inflation, and more importantly, how you can win. Trust me, once this clicks, you'll never look at your money the same way again. You know, growing up, we were all told the same thing: save your money. And it made sense. You save a little here, a little there, and over time you build a cushion. That's what responsible adults do, right? But here's the thing no one warned us about. Saving alone doesn't protect you. In fact, if you're only saving and not growing your money, you're actually falling behind. Slowly, quietly, but definitely falling behind. Let me explain. Imagine you saved up $20,000 over the last few years. That's a big deal. You were disciplined, skipped the vacations, skipped the takeout, maybe even sacrificed a few dreams just to put that money aside. Now fast forward 10 years. Without investing, without compounding, that $20,000 won't be able to buy what it can today. Not because you spent it, but because of inflation. That's the sneaky part. Your money didn't go anywhere, but its value did. And suddenly, the apartment that used to cost $1,000 a month is now $1,400. Groceries are up. Gas is up. College tuition? Don't even get me started. I've seen this happen in real life. A friend's dad retired with nearly $200,000 in savings. 15 years later, it's nearly gone, eaten up by rising costs, medical bills, and just life. On the other hand, another guy I know who didn't even earn that much started investing just $300 a month. Nothing crazy. But he understood that if his money wasn't growing, it was shrinking. Today, he's sitting on over $500,000. Same years, different mindset. That's what's at stake here. Your ability to retire, your peace of mind, your freedom. Inflation isn't waiting for you to catch up, and saving alone isn't enough to beat it. If your money's not growing faster than prices are rising, you're quietly losing every single day. And the sooner you realize that, the sooner you can do something about it. So let's break this down. What actually is inflation? Most people hear the word and immediately think it's some boring economics term they can ignore. But inflation isn't just something that affects Wall Street or politicians or some report on the news. It affects you, me, all of us, every single day. Inflation simply means that the value of money goes down over time, which means prices go up. That's it. It's why your $100 doesn't buy as much today as it did 10 years ago. It's not your imagination. That coffee that used to be $2.50 is now $5. Gas, groceries, rent, all climbing. Slowly, sometimes quickly, but always upward. Here's an easy way to picture it. Imagine you're on a treadmill that keeps getting faster every minute. You're trying to walk at the same pace, but unless you start moving faster, you'll fall behind. That's what inflation does to your money. If you keep saving, but your money's not growing faster than inflation, you're stuck on that treadmill, slowly falling back. Even a low inflation rate, like 2 to 3% per year, adds up fast. Over 10 years, that's nearly a 30% drop in purchasing power. That means if you saved $10,000 and did nothing with it, you'd only be able to buy about $7,000 worth of stuff later. You didn't spend it, but it lost value anyway. And here's the kicker. Inflation doesn't care if you're rich or broke, a student or retired. financially smart or clueless. It hits everyone. It doesn't knock on your door. It just quietly raises the price of everything around you. Now that you know what it is, let's talk about the only real force that can beat it. Alright, so if inflation is the silent enemy, then compounding is your secret weapon. And listen, I'm not exaggerating when I say this. Compounding is probably the most powerful money tool that exists. It's not flashy, it's not instant, but it's like planting a tiny seed that over time turns into a full-blown money tree. And the best part, you don't need to be rich to start using it. So, what is compounding? In simple terms, it's when your money earns money, and then that money earns more money, and it just keeps snowballing from there. Let's say you invest $500. That grows to $550. Now next time, you're not just earning on your original $500, you're earning on $550, then $605, then $665, and it just keeps building year after year. It's slow at first, painfully slow, like watching grass grow. But give it time, and suddenly it starts picking up crazy speed. That's why Albert Einstein reportedly called compounding the eighth wonder of the world. He said those who understand it, earn it. Those who don't, pay it. Let me give you a real-world example. If you invest just $300 a month, consistently, and get an average 8% returns, you'll have around $500,000 in 30 years. That's not lottery money. That's compound money. And here's the cool part. You only put in about $108,000 over that time. The rest? That's the magic of compounding doing the heavy lifting. Now, flip it. What happens if you don't invest and just keep that money in cash, or worse, in a low-interest savings account earning 1% while inflation eats away at 3% per year? You're not just standing still, you're going backward. You're quietly losing, even while it feels like you're being smart and safe. This is why so many hardworking people end up confused and frustrated. They're saving, they're doing everything they were told, but they're still struggling, still treading water, because no one ever told them about this war or how to fight it. And here's the hard truth. You don't get to choose whether this war happens. It's happening right now, whether you act or not, but you do get to choose which side you're on. Compounding doesn't care how old you are or how much you start with. It only asks for two things: consistency and time. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes to catch up. But even if you start late, it's better than not starting at all. Because the only thing worse than losing to inflation is realizing you never even tried to fight. So the question is, are you going to let inflation quietly rob your future? Or will you take action now, plant the seeds, and let compounding fight for you? Okay, so now that you get how inflation quietly eats away at your savings and how compounding can fight back, let's talk about what you can actually do about it. Because honestly, this is the part that used to overwhelm me. I'd hear all these financial terms like diversify, DCA, index funds, and think, man, this is for rich people or finance nerds, not for me. But the truth is, anyone can do this. You just need to start small, stay consistent, and follow a few key steps. First, the biggest and most important tip: start now, even if it's small. Seriously, don't wait until you feel ready. Don't wait until you have a big lump sum saved up. Even $50 or $100 a month is enough to get the snowball rolling. Time is the real power behind compounding. The earlier you start, the less money you'll need later. If you keep waiting for the perfect moment, you're already losing time. And in this game, time is your best friend. Next, use something called dollar cost averaging, or DCA for short. It sounds fancy, but it's super simple. It just means investing the same amount on a regular schedule, like monthly. Sometimes you'll buy when prices are high, sometimes when they're low, but over time, it averages out. And the best part is, it takes the stress out of timing the market. You just keep going, no matter what. Third, make sure you're investing in inflation-beating assets.
That means putting your money into places that grow over time. The simplest option? A low-cost index fund like the S&P 500. You don't have to pick individual stocks or become a market expert, just ride the wave of the overall economy. Historically, these kinds of investments beat inflation by a wide margin, and the longer you stay in, the better the results. Also, automate everything. I can't stress this enough. Set up automatic transfers from your bank account into your investment account right after your paycheck lands. Don't leave it up to willpower. Don't wait until later. Automation is how regular people build wealth without even thinking about it. Treat your investments like a monthly bill, one you have to pay. And when the market dips, because it will, don't panic. That's one of the biggest mistakes people make. They see their investments drop and pull out in fear, locking in losses. But if you stay calm and keep investing, those drops eventually become gains. In fact, dips are often the best time to invest. It's like getting wealth on sale. And lastly, track what you're doing. You don't need a fancy app, even a basic spreadsheet works. Seeing your progress helps you stay motivated. And the more you learn, even little by little, the more confident you'll feel. This stuff can feel intimidating at first, but I promise, the moment it clicks, you'll realize it's not complicated, it's just new. So don't overthink it. Don't aim for perfect. Just start. Stay consistent. Let time do its thing. That's how you win the war, not with one big move, but with small, smart steps taken again and again. If there's one thing I hope you take away from this video, it's this. You're not powerless. I know how overwhelming money can feel sometimes, like you're always one step behind, like no matter how much you try to save, prices just keep going up and the finish line keeps moving further away. I've felt that. I've lived that. But here's the truth most people don't realize until it's too late. You don't beat inflation by working harder or saving more aggressively. You beat it by being smarter with your money. You beat it by giving your dollars a job and letting compounding do the heavy lifting, while you focus on living your life. Look, you don't have to become some stock market expert. You don't need to track charts or read financial news every day. You just need to start. Start with whatever you can. $50 a month, $500 a month. Doesn't matter. What matters is that you're building momentum, that you're choosing to stop losing quietly to inflation and start growing your future, one decision at a time. Because years from now, you'll look back at this moment, this decision to invest in yourself, and realize it changed everything. Your future self will thank you for showing up, for learning, and for taking action when it mattered most. So here's what I want you to do now. If this video helped you see things differently, share it with someone you care about. Because most people out there have no idea this war is happening. And if we can help just a few more people start their compounding journey today, we're already making a difference. Drop a comment below. Let me know, when did you first notice inflation in your own life? That moment where you thought, wait, why is everything so expensive now? I'd love to hear your story. And of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out the next video where we break down the 25 rules of money you were never taught in school. Trust me, that one's a game changer too. Until then, start small, stay consistent, and remember, you're not behind, you're just getting started.